All right, this was subscriber requested, and I wasn't gonna do it, but then I watched the clip. That's why the fuck you had me do this, because you knew I couldn't resist. You fucking knew it. All right. So a long, long time ago, 2 or 3 years ago, I think now, I did a video on Maury Povich and why he's the devil and why I just don't like the man. Among the reasons I don't like the man is, first off, he looks like one of those court jester puppets. He's always got that creepy, like, I don't know, pedophile grandpa smile on, like there's something wrong with him. I just don't trust the guy. And he's known for bringing these people, namely young kids, onto his show who sit there and say they do everything from having sex with people to, stabbing people and all that, and they let them run amok and they beat their mothers up, they beat their fathers up, and he just sits there and he just fucking, he just loves it, which irritates me even more. He's not there, and then he pretends he helps them by sending them to like some sleepaway camp for a week where they never get better, and then they come home and end up killing their parents. It's probably somehow his fault, but he doesn't give a shit because he's pulling in the ratings and making a lot of money. Maury Povich, if you don't know his history, used to be the host of a fucking tabloid TV show. Like that's before TMZ and all that. That was his claim to fame. What else does he do? Can he like fist himself in his ass and it comes out of his mouth and he could then turn his hand this way and snap? Because then I'd understand that's a fucking talent and why he's anywhere in life. I don't get it. All right, so fine. So the guy said, listen, I know that the person that wanted me to react to this said, listen, I know that you talked about Maury a long time ago, but I really think you need to see this clip it's about a year, 2 years old maybe. And again, I haven't seen Maury's baby daddy, wayward kid who likes to spray mustard into the anuses of, the retarded. I haven't seen that show in forever. I don't care about the show. Fine. So I watched this clip and I couldn't believe what the fuck I saw in this one, but I do have a different take on it. So the girl, of course, it's one of these out of control teens, and right away, all of a sudden, all you see is there's this like, here comes the Pinocchio looking motherfucker who sits there and he goes, well, today we're gonna talk to a teen named Nastasia, and boy, she is out of control. Her poor mother that's sitting here, and this bitch I wanted to slap. This bitch is crying from the get-go. You can't even understand her. She's like, bitch, you're part of the problem. You're why this little hoe's like this. All right, fine. So then Maury goes and he's like, Natasha has done everything. And he's just waiting to remind this poor woman that's next to him, who's actually a bad mother, but that's okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. How awful her daughter is. Meanwhile, she's on that screen. The girl goes on the screen. She looks like that Danielle Bergoli ravioli chick. She kind of looks like her. She's got this ponytail and she's doing this shit every 5 seconds. Then fucking right there and then hire me in the show for 5 minutes. I'd go there and I'd backhand her and say, straighten up, you little bitch, or you've been turning tricks on the corner with Jay as your daddy and not in the way that you want him to be. So trust me. All right, fine. Piss me off. So Maury starts up with his, big bag of bullshit where he's just like, wow, her daughter has done some pretty crazy things. The first thing is she's been sneaking guys in and having sex with them, and she's only 13 years old. And the audience, the little lynch mob, boo, boo. Meanwhile, half of them probably they're a bunch of fuck-ups too. Bunch of, people who don't work because they wouldn't have time to go to a fucking horrible talk show in the middle of the day. Bunch of fucking welfare collectors sitting there. And another bunch of people who probably did worse before the age of 13, but yeah, they're judgmental and it was just, why didn't they just, if you're going to do this shit and bring these people out there who are all sassy and these kids who are out of control, why don't you just do a live crucifixion? Why not? Let the audience do what they want to do and pelt. Let's make it very Iraq-like. Let's just have them stone the girl to death. Why? That's basically emotionally what you're doing to people. That's not helping anybody to have a 13-year-old come on stage who's who's a fucking asshole, by the way. I'm not going to fucking say she's not. But it's not going to help. How is a bunch of grown-ass adults sitting there? And by the way, you could barely hear this interview because this fucking audience can't control themselves long enough to shut up without swearing. So you'll hear Maury say, so now why did you and do and then you took that and did a but it's the people in the audience sitting there who they have fucking Tourette's. They can't shut the fuck up. These are adults. That's what's fucking scary. God. All right. So the mom said, and Maury goes on and then she had sex with like 5 people. It's my And what's worse than that, she steals, she beats people up, and she says there's nothing her mother can do about it. With that creepy fucking eyes. I swear he's got hooker remnants in his trunk. Check his SUV. I guarantee you there's prostitutes in that area where the show is that's gone missing. So I'm telling you right now, he's like, cry for me. Now pee yourself. Do it, pee yourself. I'm gonna cut your lip. So, okay. So then Natasha starts telling her story, Nastasia, whatever the hell the girl's name is. And she's like, I'm 13 years old and I do whatever I want. Of course, they have to frame her. She's on a stairwell because stairwells are gangster. Who knows? And she's like, I do whatever I want. Yeah, I have sex with guys all the time. So what? My mom can't do nothing about it. Whatever. Yeah, I started the first guy I ever gave oral sex to. I was 11 years old. First time I ever had major sex. Actual sex. Not the kind in the butt. I did that when I was 5. But the worst type of sex, the one that hurt my punani, I did that in the back of a bus when I was 11 years old too. And there's nothing my mom can do about going on. And I smoke weed, I steal. Sometimes I dig up dead corpses in the middle of the night. I make sure that they're erect. And if they can't get erect, I put a fake dildo on them and I ride them. And then I praise Satan. And there's nothing my mom can do about it. Okay, yeah. First off, I disagree. There is something your mom can do about it. She could call the fucking cops on you. Whenever you act up the ass, whenever you say you're going to go out with boys, you're going to go out, okay, and you're not going to listen to me. If beating her ass doesn't work, please, my 13-year-old daughter just left with a 22-year-old man. First of all, what 22-year-old is hanging out with a 13-year-old? How does that even work? So then Natasha, whatever her fucking name is, sassy bitch, comes out on stage. He's like, first of all, Maury's going to finish his little heartfelt interview with the mom. He's like, now, this must be very hard on you. What does she say to you? How does she make you feel? Is it bad? Do you cry at night? Do you cut yourself? Tell me, do you cut yourself? Are you always miserable? It's fun. Okay, so the mom's like, this is not the baby I raised. She's had sex with so many people and I'm afraid. Well, I hate to tell you, and of course I'm sure he does. She's done more stuff you don't know about. We did a lie detector. But first, let's bring little asshole out. Come on. And she comes out, fuck you, blah, blah, blah. You haters. Now, she's an asshole. The audience who are supposed to be adults and showing her that what she's doing is wrong are acting just as fucking ratchet and fucked up as her. She's 13. Them motherfuckers are 30s, 40s, and up. I saw one woman who she's like 35 getting up like, fuck you. Why are you participating in this shit? Sit the fuck down. Let her act the ass. You paid for the freak show. Watch it. So she sits down and they didn't even really do an interview with her. He's like, don't you know, why are you sneaking boys in when your mom's not there and having sex with them? Yeah, that's because I want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Shut up, fuck you, and fuck you 2, and fuck you 3, fuck you 5 times on a Sunday, fuck you 6 times on a Saturday, fuck you upside down, fuck you down to the left, right, donkey punch you, and then, you bitch, I wouldn't even bother with you. She's just doing that shit. She's like Hispanic or something, I couldn't tell. So then Maury he's just itching. He's getting, you can tell he's got a hard on if you look. He's got a hard on because he's got the lie detector right there. He's like, fuck, I got the lie detector. So he's like, well, let's get to the lie detector. Oh, God, I love when there's misery. So he goes like this. He's like, well, we asked your daughter, Natasha, or whatever this thing is, the STD collector over here. We asked her if she has been with more than one boy sexually at a time. She admitted to our lie detector that she had been. I like sex. It gives me pleasure. What give me pleasure? Somebody backhanded her. Just backhand her. That's all you have to do. As soon as she come out there, snatch her by that long little idiotic sassy tail of hers and drag her off. I would have dragged her right out of the studio and taken her to the first police station and said, put this little bitch in the juvenile. Put her in there because she's out of control and I'm not taking her back on Maury. Yeah, it was a nice stay at the hotel, but the Marriott wasn't worth this shit, okay? Next time, upgrade it. Make it a Hilton suite or something like that, the Bellagio. Then I'll let my daughter act the ass again. But right now, I want her committed somewhere because she's an asshole. So then, what was the other thing? Have you ever collected an STD have you ever gotten an STD that your mom didn't know about? Well, at least you told the truth on that. Maury was so disappointed. He was so that he wanted her to have that like raging case of fucking crabs or chlamydia. He just wanted that. He would have tweaked his nipple. So then Nastasia starts going, you're doing this shit still. Audience is still swearing every 5 seconds. So I couldn't hear some of what he was saying. Okay, fine. Can you not instruct? Don't they have an audience wrangler who can go out there like, listen, I know you're all ghetto wannabes, or you really are ghetto. Shut the fuck up when the cameras are on, or we're kicking you the fuck out. So, because this is a broadcast for other people too, not just the special ed class that's here, right? You got it. We have a hot fire hose backstage with hot sauce on it and bleach mixture, and trust me, it's gonna hurt. And we will open it up on all you motherfuckers. We don't care about your clothes or anything. Shut up when he's talking. They can't do that. How are you gonna even hear the show? All right. So then, okay, basically, it's as bad as you could think it is. She's had sex with everybody and their mother. She's like had more than like 10 sexual partners. The oldest person she was ever with is 23. Why is the mom not hunted him down, removed his penis with whatever dull object that she can, and stapled it to his forehead? I don't know. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And Maury's just like, well, it looks like you're fucked. Anyway, maybe later we'll have some angry, like, military-looking guy come out and yell at her and tell her and take her to a fake jail for 5 minutes, and she'll learn her whole lesson about life. But anyway, I'm gonna go get another Mercedes later, yeah. Oh, fuck, this guy is just the worst. Again, and I said this before, why is the Department of Children and Family Services not sitting there waiting for them to do all this shit? Because any place else, if I reported a 13-year-old was having sex, doing drugs, whatever, and I knew about it at some other family, guarantee I can call the Department of Child and Family Services up and a social worker would be over there like that. That kid would be taken away. So I don't understand why authorities don't intervene. Unless this is clearly bullshit. Unless this is just a lie, which he should then have to say. He shouldn't be able to present this as fact or truth. I don't know how much of it is true. All right, I'm starting to wonder because I have to believe that police or someone would intervene. You're talking about a girl, a 13-year-old girl who is having sex with 23-year-old, who is doing drugs, who is assaulting people, which even if you're 13, it is a crime, committing crimes. And there is no police presence. There's nobody, going after Maury saying, shame on you for exploiting these kids. Shame on you for exploiting everybody. You're a fucking asshole. But get me on Maury. Get me on Maury right now. I got a lie detector for his ass. I'm like, so Maury, hooked your wife Connie Chung Chang up last night to the lie detector, and did you ever fuck JBTV? She said, no, lie detector determined that was a lie. Was his dick bigger than your tiny little clitoral sized dick? She said no, but it turns out the lie detector said that was a lie, while Maury's crying. How do you feel about that, Maury? How do you feel? I loved her a long time. How do you feel? Yeah, I made her orgasm about 20 times in one night. She's dehydrated. There's not enough Gatorade in this state for her to be okay right now. How do you feel? What the fuck? So bottom line, I stand by what I said with Maury, but I do have to say one more thing, and someone else had put it in the comment on that video, and I hadn't thought about it until afterward. I'm not going as hard on the girl, because she is a girl. She's a little, although what she said the funniest thing ever. He goes, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Well, first of all, Maury, you're going to be in a crypt in 5 years. Either that or I'm going to go over there and get a stake and drive it through your heart, because then I'm sure you're Nosferatu, because you've been alive. He was that old when I was 12. How the fuck? Whatever. All right, so he goes, where do you see yourself in 5 years? She goes, I'm going to be at college being a lawyer. And the audience booed. They booed that. It wasn't like she said, I'm going to be selling girls my age to foreign governments. Okay, that gets a boo and some swearing. Boo, we hate you. I understand that. I mean, listen. Now, I have to ask, though, would this be on his show if this were a boy who was having sex? If it was a 13-year-old boy that was having sex, would that audience be booing as hard? The women would be, but I guarantee you the guys would be like, yeah, that sucks. Right on. Fuck, what was I? Where is this? This kid's a player. I mean, fucking hey. So in another way, it's kind of misogynistic if you think about it. Because she's a girl. What a dirty slut. She's a whore. Dirty. If it's a guy, whoa, you got some at 13 or 12. Holy shit. You're sowing those wild oats, aren't you, boy? When it's a girl, she's an automatic whore. I don't agree with that. People have sexual feelings, but the one thing I wanted to get into was a comment that was left that I didn't think about. People said, I don't know why these people are booing her and putting her through this when she might have been molested. listen, we've all known the girl or the boy, but it seems they act out a little bit more sexually. In my ignorant experience, okay, I don't want people to get mad at me, when they're girls, we all knew a girl who something was wrong and who was acting out, was being very promiscuous or overly flirtatious, and then had these weird mood swings or would get aggressive. This can happen if you're, God forbid, molested. Why are they not examining? And for the mom who's, a piece of shit for not getting her daughter, why would you take your daughter to a psychologist? Or, like I said, call the police to bring your kid onto Maury, povich in hopes of getting help. You wanted attention. You're a piece of garbage too, lady, all right? And you deserve everything that you ever get in life because you only have, I think, one kid. God, please, tie her tubes now. I'll pay for it. I don't give a shit. But yeah, so, all right, that's all I got a headache. I gotta go eat something. I just had like 3 cups of coffee too early. I'm like fucking raging. Anyway, and I got an angry like trans person mad at me now, and I'm weighing whether to go after them or not because we all know if I go after someone of a different persuasion or gender or whatever they are, then there's a big YouTube problem for Jay that could cost him his channel. So it might be on JBTV too if I get really pissy. That's all I'm saying. All right, so I did what you said, dude. Hope you enjoyed. And somebody asked me to update on Steve's Arch Enemy Hire, which I will do. I'll get to it. Promise.